Now in Korean grammar, okay, in Korean grammar, adjectives are also referred to as descriptive verbs, and that's because they act like verbs, and because they act like verbs, they conjugate. I talked about this in my video where I shared verbs in Korean grammar. They conjugate, but adjectives have words that describe a state or condition. And when it's used as a complement, or when it plays the complementary or the descriptive role in a sentence, in Korean grammar, something happens, something takes place, and it's called conjugation. Now let's take an example. Let me do that with this note. Let's do that on a fresh page. So let's take an example. An example of an adjective is, let's use this. 좋다, which means good. And this is an adjective that means good. 좋다. Now this is the base form or the dictionary, the dictionary form. And what that means is that we cannot use this in this form. It has to go through something called conjugation. It has to go through something called conjugation when we use it in a sentence. And let's take a sentence example. Let's take a sentence example. What example should we do? Okay, let's do this. 오늘은 날씨가 좋아요. Okay, now this is the adjective, right? 좋아요 is the adjective in this sentence. 오늘은 날씨가 좋아요. By the way, this means the weather is good today. And good, this is the adjective, good. Why does my camera keep turning around? Okay, good, is the adjective. Good is the adjective, but something has happened here, and it's conjugation, because the base form is true. But it has to, like I said, as I've previously stated, it has to be conjugated to use it in a sentence. And the conjugation that now this chuta becomes in the sentence, it becomes chu, ha, you. And this conjugation is, remember, if you don't, let's quickly do a quick revision. It's the 존댓말. Is that the word? The 존댓말, like the polite present, form, and remember when, because usually the H, this is H, but the H is usually like silent, because it's pronounced 좋아요. 좋다. So what that basically gives us is that this ends with the whole vowel. And you remember when her now when her a verb, you remember the conjugation verb, when a verb ends with this or this, to conjugate it, this is added. To conjugate it in the present, oh my god, that is ugly. To conjugate it in the present the polite present form, ha, you is added. And that's what we did here. That's what we did in this sentence. Let me write that on another fresh page. That's what we did here. Oh my god. My hand is hurting because this pen for some reason is super heavy. So yeah, okay. So that's what we did here. 오늘은 날씨가 좋아요. Okay, hope that makes sense. Hope it does. Well, this is basically like me revising too. Now to the next one. The next one is pretty, did I say straightforward? Yeah. The next one is determinants or modifiers, and these are words that modify nouns directly, like these, that, some, every. Okay, let's take an example. Let's use this as an example. He, which means these, and it's a determiner or a modifier. Let's look at it in a sentence. I already have a sentence here. 이 사람은 누구예요? And this is a determiner, yeah? And this means who is this person? Who is this person? 이 사람은 누구예요? Okay? Yeah. And that's it for today's study with me. Not so study with me. But yeah, in subsequent videos, I'll share the other parts of speech that I learned